For anybody using Matterport for professional purposes, collaboration is a really, really important part of that. Now, this can mean users and collaborators who upload models to your account for processing, so you can be the owner of it and edit it and so on and so forth, or stakeholders who are actually taking part in the editing and matter tagging of your models. So typically, adding collaborators is a sort of a two-step process. The first thing is you bring the collaborator in as a user of your account. And the next thing is to share the models with them. In order to invite anybody to help collaborate in the account, I first need to invite them using the collaborators page right over here. And here, what I can do is just go ahead and send an email invitation to invite those collaborators into my account. Now, if I do that, I can specify whether I want them to be a collaborator, which limits their access to specific models that I choose, or folders, which means any model within that folder that I choose. Or if I change this to admin, that user will have access to see and edit every model and folder in the account. So let's say I want to go ahead and invite somebody to be just a collaborator in the account and not an admin. So this does limit their view to what I as the admin specify. I'll just go ahead and type in their address. I can type in a short message here. And again, right here, I'll just leave this as collaborator and hit invite. Now an invitation has been sent out. They're not yet a part of the account. If I go here into pending, I'll see that their invitation is pending until they accept that invitation and set up a password for themselves. So they're going to have their own login credentials to get into the account. I definitely don't want to share my credentials for another user to be able to access the account. Okay, so now I went ahead and accepted that invitation, and you can see that here I am in active collaborators now. Because I've invited myself this way, I'm not yet able to see anything. If I log in as this user, I'll just see a blank slate. I won't be able to see anything. So now what I need to do as an administrator is share those models or folders with this new collaborator. So to do that, I'll go back into the Spaces page. I can either do that over here and just invite them this way. And when I do this, I can choose whether this collaborator can only view this model or if they can actually go in and edit this model. So this is also a very important step, so make sure that you choose the right button over here, and then just go ahead and click invite. A lot of times what admins are going to want to do is actually share the folder, and that way every model that gets placed inside that folder is automatically shared with the same list of collaborators. So same way here, I can just click over here on the invite collaborators to this folder. But what I wanted to do now is just show you how I can both invite a user to the account and to the folder at the same time. And to do that, whether it's a folder or a model, you just do the same thing. You just go into the folder model itself, the page here, and up here, I can click on invite collaborator. So here I can either invite somebody that's already been included in the account, or I can invite somebody who hasn't yet been invited to the account. Finally, what I wanted to show you, if you do have a large list of models and a number of collaborators and you want to much more quickly go through the process of sharing with any collaborator that you have invited to your account, you can go back into the collaborators page right here, and I can just go ahead and click on any one of these collaborators. In this page, what I can do is just hit the edit button up here, and not only can I change this collaborator's role, whether they are a collaborator or an admin, but I can also very quickly edit their access to every model and folder in my account. So by clicking over here, I can see what they currently have access to, and I can change that. So let's say I want to give them edit access to this model, but I don't want them to have edit access to this model. So I'll just say view for that one. And this subfolder, they don't need anything there. So I'll just remove that, and then I just hit OK and update.